What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Start sit week 10. I got my boy David Genius and his big old penis here today. Jordan Thomas is not here with us. We got this man right here drinking his ice cold cherry Coca Cola.
I'm ready to go, unlike the Seahawks.
Like, unlike the Seahawks. Okay, I thought
Unlike
you
the
said
Seahawks.
I'm like the Seahawks.
Oh,
No
God, no. I'd
way.
be sleeping on the couch if I was like the Seahawks today. They're
Yeah, it's
slack.
currently 14-0. They're about to kick off for the second half. We're here to answer all the start sit questions, so drop them down. Anything you want to talk about while we're waiting on some questions to arrive?
Just all the quarterback questions this week. Josh Allen might be out. Matthew Stafford, Kyler Murray. Who do you? How
Geno
do you?
Smith.
Geno Smith just sleeping here. I don't think he's used to the 9 hour time difference.
Yeah, I think they started kickoff was 3:30 p.m. in Munich, I believe, which was 8:30 our time.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's definitely early for them. Well, late for them, but early for them normally.
yeah, yeah. Jaguars at Chiefs, 51 point over under. Who you got winning this game?
The Chiefs. I don't think the Jags have the firepower to keep up. I do think it will be high scoring, and I think both teams are going to score a lot. But I don't see the Jags keeping up with the Chiefs.
There is an 8.5 point spread on this with the Chiefs as the favorite. Do you think they cover that 8.5 points?
I hope so. I took a -10 earlier in the week, so
Oh yeah, I don't know what caused it to change, but yeah, it did drop down to 8.5 points.
my guess is just all the hype about Travis Etienne. I mean,
Yeah,
he's been stellar lately.
definitely reason to be hyped about him. There goes Will Disley. Anyways, good morning, Ben Kaiser. He's popping in with his first comment of the day. Thank you, sir. Commenting on YouTube. We love it. We love it. If you're on YouTube watching, bang that bell. Josh Beasley, what is up, my man? How you doing this morning? Y'all got any questions for us? Browns and Dolphins got a 49.5 point over under. That's the second highest on the slate. Dolphins are favored by 3.5. How do you see this game going down in Miami?
That one I'm a little iffier on. I think the Dolphins have it. I especially with Tua in, he's been fantastic this year and he has so much speed, but they've been terrible against the run and going against Nick Chubb. I mean, he should feast today. Uh I just don't think Brissett and the rest of the receiving weapons could keep up with Waddle and Hill.
Yeah, I don't either. I entered while I was sitting here waiting on you. I entered like a the captain games on
Mhm.
DraftKings. I went down and put one in for almost every single game. So hopefully one of them pan out, man. Just $1 a piece on them. But the payouts can be ridiculous if you take one of them tournaments down. So I'm looking for some of that. Most explosive. Let me get this thing here out of my way. Got to find a better spot for it so I can see. Actually, I think I will do this instead. Maybe. No, I can't. Okay. Well, that'll work right there. So non PPR pick two, Deontay Johnson. Here we go. Deontay Johnson, Brennan Ayuk, and Darnell Mooney. Pick two, non PPR. I'll hop in and say Deontay Johnson and Ayuk for me. They're both part of higher scoring games here, I believe. Darnell Mooney is a great. Uh, he's been better After a lot of people dropped him to the waiver wire, I think that may have been a mistake because if I had looked at the waiver wire, I would have never dropped him for some of those players. But here I'm going to go Deontay and Ayuk. I think Ayuk gets into the end zone. Deontay's got volume.
I'm going to agree with you. I don't think, especially with the Chargers missing both their top receivers, I don't see them sticking with a healthy San Fran team today. And Deontay Johnson, it's kind of addition by subtraction. Johnson is Claypool's targets are gone, and now Mooney has to deal with Claypool's targets. Not that there's many targets in Chicago to begin with. They're going to run the ball and run the ball and run the ball. So I agree, Johnson and Ayuk for this one.
Yeah, they definitely got two stellar running backs in Chicago. So,
plus a quarterback.
Ben Kaiser. 3. You're right. Swift, Aaron Jones against Dallas, or Khalil Herbert. If we're picking one, I'm going to go with Aaron Jones.
Oh, boy. I have to agree. Herbert just that hasn't been consistent enough. Swift is explosive, but it feels like he's a glass cannon. At any moment, he could get hurt. I just don't trust him anymore.
Well, I don't trust his volume. We don't know, if he's going to go in for 8 plays or 14 plays or whatever and get 5 carries and 3 receptions. It's not enough volume for me to be confident in him. Aaron Jones, we at least know he's going to get volume.
Well, and he's been I want to say just about their leading receiver as well, out of the backfield.
Don't take much.
All 3 of these guys are in timeshares, but Aaron Jones definitely has more of the timeshare than either of the other 2.
All right, next question. Ben Kaiser's got another one. He wants to know Terry McLaurin or Courtland Sutton.
Man. See, I liked Sutton coming into the year, but he hasn't done anything. It seems like Denver's going more towards Judy now and Dulcich. So I'm going to go with McLaurin even against a undefeated Eagles team.
Yeah, Darius Slay over there matched up against him is going to be tough. But does he follow him around? They do move him around a little bit. Judy is the number 1 and has been, in my opinion, for the duration of the season. But McLaurin, as long as the reckless back is in there. I can't remember his name, of course, because I always have these brain farts. But as long as he's there throwing it to McLaurin, I'm in on it. It's got a higher over under. I know they got the Eagles by 11 in that game, so that tells me catch up mode. And yeah, I'm gonna roll with that. Facebook user Caps Lock, what's up? Good morning, my man. How you doing? Josh Beasley, anyone starting Williams over Swift? I would. Yes, absolutely. I'm scared about his volume.
I have the same feeling for it. He has a sense for the end zone. They definitely use him more down there in the end zone than they use Swift.
Yeah, for sure. Facebook user, this is Caps Lock one more again. Pick one, flex Thielen, Mostert, or Landry. We're flexing one. I'm going to go with the second running back in Miami. They're home favorites. Give me Raheem Mostert. I would consider Landry due to the over-under, knowing they're going to have to try and catch up to the Dolphins, but I'm going to go with the home favorite running back, Mostert, even though he is second in the pecking order now that Jeff Wilson's there.
Isn't Landry in New Orleans now?
I don't know what I'm thinking. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Yeah, I'm still going to go with Mostert here.
My only worry for Landry is if he's healthy or not, because I know that he's just coming back. I think the Bills and Vikings game is going to go high scoring. So I would go with Thielen here over a running back in a timeshare in a pass happy offense.
All right. We all know that the Saints are gonna be able to throw the ball all over your Steelers. Sorry about that, but the
No.
truth is the
TJ Watt's
truth.
back. They ain't gonna have time to
TJ
throw the
Watt
ball.
is back. TJ Watt being back may bode ill for Landry. Let's be honest. Pass rush gets there faster. Holy shit, I got to get rid of this ball. Landry's the over the middle slot guy. Quick opens. Maybe it bodes well for him. I'm still going to go Mostert, though. I think that the volume is going to be plenty enough against this team. You can run on the Browns. So full PPR, pick 4. Okay, I will. Let's give me 4 to choose from. Here we go. Well, it went away. Let's see. Where'd it go? All right, so I don't see it anymore.
It's Pierce, JT, ETN, Williams, and Swift.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sitting Swift in this one. Same concern as before. Pierce has just been electric. JT has to pick up. You got to still trust him at this point. I was just talking to Joey about this before we got on here, and it's so hard to play him. But I just feel like with Swift's injury history and his usage, he's not going to get as much as JT will. And ETN is just, that's a must start.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% agree with you on that one. Let's go back up. We got need one, Jamal Williams, Gibson, or Wilson Jr. Oof. This is actually a good problem to have. You only need one of these guys. Give me Jeff Wilson. I'm gonna take Jeff Wilson.
I'm gonna still ride the Jamal Williams train. Like I said, he's definitely got a head for the end zone, and I don't like the timeshare running backs in a passing offense.
Yeah, fair. But like I said, you can run on the Browns. Gibson's got a decent matchup too, considering they're going to be behind. We know he is the pass catching back. Jamal Williams, we're going to run all over the Bears all day. So these are 3 really good options. Yeah, I'm proud of you. Nice team construction there, buddy.
Yeah, any one of those would work.
All right, running back, tight end, flex position. Should I start Mostert and Jeff Wilson or Everett over one of them? Honestly, I think I would just start both running backs here. Everett kind of goosed me last week. Not goosed me, but he definitely disappointed me in such a winnable situation, man. I was tooting the horn for him all week, 7 days ago, all stream long, and he just kind of disappointed. And maybe I'm just trying to back off because of that. But I'm gonna take the running backs here, man. Both of them in your lineup. It does cap your upside though a little bit, but both these guys can get in the end zone.
I actually like Everett in this game. It's the same situation as last week with the wide receivers out. He should get volume. Obviously, he did not last week, but I think that they're going to be passing more this week than they did last week because, again, I don't think they keep up with a healthy San Fran. So they're going to be playing from behind, and Everett's going to be the top option there with both top receivers out.
Yeah. Well, maybe not the top option, but he's certainly going to be involved.
Well, no,
Facebook user wants to know. Facebook wants to know: are your legs tired, David?
They don't ever tire; they just keep going.
I'm thinking maybe you've been running through someone's mind all day, so they're tired from holding up that big old penis. David Genius. Josh Beasley. Thanks, guys. My thoughts as well. You're welcome, man. Appreciate your comment and appreciate you subscribing and all that. We love you, bro. Good luck. Pick one: Devontae Smith, Curtis Samuel, Herbert, or Jimmy G. If this is a super flex and you just need a flex option, I'm going with Herbert. I will play Herbert over Jimmy G as well if that's two separate questions. Jimmy G is a good streaming option though. So if this is a Devontae versus Curtis Samuel, I am lighting up Devontae Smith 100%. He's a beast. We know this Philly offense has all these weapons. Two or three of them are going to hit, and one's going to be left out every week. Last week it was Devontae, but you still got to keep riding that train.
I actually think I'd take Curtis Samuel in that one for the same reason of. So Devontae, I think, is the third option behind Goddard and A.J. Brown over there in the passing game. And just like you said, the Commanders are going to be in a pass-heavy script trying to catch up. So that should bring volume for Curtis Samuel, especially if Slay is covering McLaurin the entire game.
Yeah, Jahan Dotson is expected to play today as well. So that just adds another weapon in that offense. So, but for me, it's Devontae and Herbert. What about Herbert, Jimmy G? What are your thoughts?
I agree on the Herbert, mainly because Jimmy G. I mean, he's just not a fantasy quarterback. I think he's going to win the game. I think the Niners, should have that. But Herbert again, pass, just because they're going to be behind. So.
And we got volume versus efficiency here.
Yep.
Jimmy G's got some weapons now. All you got to do is dump a couple off to McCaffrey, dump one to Debo, Kittle. Like they're all over the place, and they score. He gets that point. So I get the reasoning for it though. But definitely
Ayuk's actually probably my favorite weapon in that offense.
Yeah, he's so good, man.
Well, and he's consistent. Every week he hits the same, a same level. And sometimes he goes above that, but he doesn't have many goose eggs at all.
Yeah. Facebook user, do I start Allen or Jimmy G? Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait a few minutes. We got about 11 more minutes before the game actives report is due. So we do have to wait. However, if Josh Allen plays, I'm going to play Josh Allen. I'm not fucking around here.
So I agree. Start Josh Allen. The only thing I'd say is, with a grain of salt, because if they see any, especially if they're winning and they see any discomfort with him, I could definitely see them pulling him if the game script calls for it.
Yeah, agree. But still, is Josh Allen. You have to. If he plays, you have to. So understand that risk, though, if you decide to go that way. Start Moore, Pittman, Burks, full PPR, pick one. Is this Elijah Moore? Is it Rondell Moore? Is it DJ Moore? Clarify. Okay, here we go. He did clarify that is Rondell Moore. All right, so he's a little bit scary. I don't think Kyler's going to play. Pittman's a little scary. I think I don't like their passing offense. I don't like anything out of the passing offense for the Tennessee Titans either. So I guess I'm going to go right back to give me Rondell Moore.
So I'm going to go with Burks here, and it's mainly because the Titans have been hearing all week how their receivers don't do a thing, get zero, have the least amount of space when they catch passes. Burks is coming back, fully healthy for the first time. He looked like he was gaining steam before he got hurt, and I think that they're going to try to make a point. I mean, they're still going to ride Derrick Henry, don't get it twisted, but I think that they're going to try to get to their receivers more today to prove that they are not one-dimensional.
All right, and also, I'm reading. I just had to check. Ryan Tannehill is expected to start for the Tennessee Titans. So if that changes your outlook or not, it does mine. But as far as confidence starts, it would be Rondell Moore. I do think Burks has a huge upside though. Oh, Sandra J. What is up, baby? PPR, Greg Dulcich or Gerald Everett? I'm going to let you go with this one first.
I like Dulcich. I liked him since the first game. I wish he had been healthy all year. I think he'd be in the conversation for the top, one of the top receiving tight ends if he had been. So I'm going Dulcich.
I'm going to go Dulcich as well, but I'm curious, top how many? Top 5, top 6,
Um,
top
I'm going to
3?
say top 10 just because of the limit of what Wilson has done this year as far as the Broncos offense. If he had lived up to his expectations, though, I would have said he would have been a top 5 tight end this year, especially with the struggles of some of the tight ends.
I'm thinking he can still be a top 10 for the season, only playing a little over half the season. I think he can catch up to that. He's heavily involved in this offense.
Well, and the tight ends this year have been slacking. Scoring is down across the league, and really Kelsey's the only must-start tight end in the league as far as I'm concerned right now.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess right now until we get Mark Andrews back. Yeah. Someone says that ain't no shit. I wish I knew what you was talking about, baby. Howdy, Schultz. Vince Schultz, what's up? Happy Sunday, Vance. The sideline reporting. Schultz right here once again in our streams. Love you, baby. What's going on? Facebook user. Can you read this for me? I don't know what it's saying.
Yeah, he's gonna make some Vagussi today. He learned that from my old lady here. When we went up to the Hall of Fame Expo, the Fantasy Football Expo, she made her Rick and chicken, and man, the juice it's in is delicious. He was literally just dipping whatever in it. French fries, everything. Pizza rolls.
What exactly is Vagussi?
It's just the juice from the Rick and chicken and all the spices that are in it. At the end, there's a nice little layer there, and he was, like I said, just straight up dipping stuff in it and eating that. He'll eat it with anything. He randomly sends me pictures of that's Jordan.
Okay. So does this Vagussi get stuck in your mustache for later?
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Does it smell good? You can go.
Listen, it's a weekly meal here. And I hate it because as soon as it goes in, the whole house smells like it. I just start starving right away.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get some. We'll be making it at the mixer.
Oh yeah, let's go. Also, Josh Palmer starting. Josh Palmer, so starting Everett caused him to some capping issue due to buys, injuries, Mostert and Wilson. Everyone else has buys and injuries too. I don't know what your opponent looks like, but I guarantee you he's got something going on. Not a big concern for me, honestly, man. I want to play the best player in any situation, and I think those are your best guys, man. That's my opinion, though. Genus did disagree with me there on that.
Well, I didn't know Josh Palmer was in the conversation, though. I still think I disagree, though. I'd still probably go Everett and then one of the running backs. I just think with that offense, they're going to be passing like they always do, and one of these running, but they can't feed both running backs. There's too many weapons there. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, I mean, they don't have enough weapons right now with Mike Williams and Keenan Allen out. So,
yeah, I agree. It's rough. Ben Kaiser wants to know Pittman or Slayton. I want to start this off before we answer this question. I read a report that your boy Kenny Golladay is going to be active today and going to get plenty of work. I don't know what to think about that.
I've been hearing that since he got, traded for. So we'll see what they do.
Yeah. Signed a huge contract in the offseason as a free agent. completely robbed the Giants of everything they own. But Saquon is the man. Just saying. Pittman or Slateman? I'm going to go Michael Pittman. I know it's been rough lately, but play your talent, dog. Play your talent.
I'm going to go Slayton if he's active for two reasons. One is they don't have a whole lot of receivers over there, so if Slayton's active, I think he'll get some usage. And I just don't trust anybody this week from the Colts until I see what Jeff Saturday is going to do. And in my opinion, he was an offensive lineman. He's going to run that ball. So I'm just not sure how that offense is going to look. I'm avoiding everybody that's not JT over there.
All right. So exactly how do you feel about the Jeff Saturday signing? I've always loved the guy, man. He was always my favorite offensive lineman in the league. But no experience
he didn't play
as a
for
head
the
coach.
Steelers, who was the best team. So what he has to be one of the backup linemen. But I do like Jeff Saturday. I think. What else are they going to do? It's an interesting experiment to bring in a guy who has zero experience coaching, and they don't have anything to lose. For all they know, this is going to be a genius move, and they're going to get into the playoffs with. Now, I don't think they're going, to the playoffs, but if they do, I don't know. Maybe it opens the door for more past players who, have a brilliant mind to get in.
Yeah,
or random
I
people
really
on
love
YouTube,
him.
like me and you, we could coach.
Yeah, for sure. High school teams for sure. I guess I would say I'm next level on the understanding of the game. But it's might be the best thing for the Indianapolis Colts just to go ahead and sit JT for the rest of the year. Let's sit him. Let's get healthy. Let's figure this shit out. Get a top quarterback in next year's draft, and go from there, man. Because their offensive line went from first to worst basically, and it's just a lot of you can't run the ball if you can't run the ball, if you know what I mean. So I do like Jeff Saturday as a man and as a leader, even though he just seems like a kind of guy you can get behind, and people love him. They're gonna play for him, so they're probably gonna fucking go on this winning streak, and it's gonna shock the world. But I really love him, man. Start Pittman though. 2 cap a day or 3 cap a day? 2 cap day or 3 cap day? What's he talk about?
I don't know.
I don't either. Well, if it's what I think, you better start it slow and go 2 cap day and see where it leads you. You could end up in a dark forest somewhere.
I say YOLO, go 3 caps.
YOLO. Fuck it, make it 4. So, fellas, I have Hockenson and Likely. Likely is on the bye. His opponent needs a tight end. Should he drop Cam Akers for someone like Kmet? And would we play Hawk over Kmet? All right. So there's an hour and a half before games start to lock. Honestly, I don't think I want to. I would play Hockenson first and foremost. Drop Cam Akers, but do you want to drop him for Cole Kmet or maybe some other shot that's on the waiver wire? I think you're good to drop Cam Akers, no issue there. But we picking up a third tight end. I'm not so sure.
So I think the reason he's picking up a third tight end is because
to block his opponent.
That's the only reason he'll drop him next week. And if Kmet's the only viable tight end on the waiver wire, go for it. I mean, again, you're not starting Cam Akers this week or for the foreseeable future, and you can just drop Kmet again next week if you have to. So
okay, so I got an extra level to this you can add. So if you're going to do that, you can go ahead and pick up Cole Kmet, drop Cam Akers, and then immediately drop Cole Kmet and go find that other player that you're looking for, a dart throw. Yep. So it would lock Cole Kmet so your opponent can't get him. call it cheating or whatever. I call it a loophole, and if you got to use loopholes and it's within the rules, fucking do that shit, man. Win your matchup, lock all the tight ends. I don't care. Pick one up, drop it. Pick the other one up, drop him. I don't care. Do that. If it helps you win, it helps you win. And these days, lots of people need to buy wins because we 4-5 and 5-4. If you know what I'm saying.
Listen, it's strategy. All right, there's all's fair in love and war, and fantasy football is war. Let's go.
That is right. Let's see if we got any news updates yet. It is about that time for them, so let's check and see what we got here.
Josh Allen is officially active.
All right, cool. Here we go. Inactive for Jaguars. This is for the Chiefs. Ronald Jones, obviously. Mecole Hardman's out. That's not what I needed to click, though, apparently.
Tannehill is officially active as well.
Yeah. As we have not gotten our news dump yet, which is odd. Jerick McKinnon is active. Let's go to this. Yeah, we don't have the shit we need yet, but we will keep an eye out for it. We officially don't have any comments remaining at this moment, so
I did just get a message saying that our live is struggling for signal.
Yeah, okay. It looks good to me on this end. I'm not having any issues.
Dina's sitting next to me, and she said it seems fine.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Tre'Davious White will not be active for the Bills. Light up Chris Olave if you were not already. Jarvis Landry is also he's going to be active for the first time since week 4. Live is fine here in Pure, Michigan. Thank you for that. We do have another question here. I will get to you in just 1 second, sir. All right. So he wants to know, Ben Kaiser wants to know, Pollard, JT, or Jeff Wilson. JT keeps burning me. He's burning everyone. He burnt you when you picked him in the draft. He had one good week at the beginning of the season. Like I said, turns out their offensive line was not dominant the way we expected them to be. We got Pollard today, possibly a no Zeke day. And if that is the case, we're looking out for that news. Let's see, what time is that Cowboys game? It is at 3:25. Gross. Ooh. So we're kind of going to have to wait on that. We will have to make a decision beforehand, though, because Jeff Wilson is an early game and Jonathan Taylor is also an early game. So, no, Jonathan Taylor is a 3:00 game. So what you could do here is you could go ahead and decide to sit Jeff Wilson. Is what I would do. I would wait for that 3:00 game news to come out for Pollard and JT, and kind of make your decision on those. You start JT if he plays, obviously, but if Zeke doesn't play, you can pivot and go ahead and play Pollard in that game. If that's what I would do, I would sit Jeff Wilson, start either Pollard or JT. Pollard if Zeke doesn't play.
I agree with sitting Jeff Wilson, but I think I'm starting Pollard either way. JT just has disappointed this season. Pollard is explosive, and I don't see the Packers doing much of anything in this game. So I think Dallas is going to be able to run the ball quite often and quite well. And Pollard's so explosive. I see long touchdowns in his future today.
All right, so you're saying Pollard over the rest, regardless if Zeke plays or not. Okay. So for me, it's JT unless Zeke doesn't play, but we're pretty close on that. We got a live is good here. Thank you for that. By the way, Joey, it's my touchdown league. Which are you starting? JT, Saquon, Swift and Adams, or two of those running backs with Hopkins and Adams? Assuming Hop is shadowed by Ramsey. If he is, that's good news because Jalen Ramsey fucking sucks.
Thank you that somebody else says that.
I am going to play. I'm gonna play Saquon, dog. Saquon's a beast. He's a beast. They're home favorites too. So anytime you got a home favorite running back, they get ahead. They want to pound that rock. That's what they're going to do. You can run on the Texans all day long. He is their weapon. They're talking about giving him an extension. Saquon's talking about he's going to curb that until after the season's over. I'm playing Saquon everywhere, dog. Top 3 overall option, in my opinion. And that's flex, period, not just running backs. So touchdown league, non-touchdown league. So what? Who cares? Saquon Barkley for the win. And Adams. Yeah. And Adams. I think I'd play Adams over Hopkins, especially considering the Kyler Murray news.
So it says or two of these running backs with Hopkins and Adams. So I think he starts 4 total. So I'm definitely saying Hopkins and Adams and Saquon. So the real question is JT or Swift. Both of those options they make me squeamish. Swift, again, we don't know what his snap count's going to be or if he's going to last through the game. And JT just hasn't done JT things this year. But again, with Jeff Saturday there, the game plan should be to run the ball. I think JT has a better chance of falling into the end zone than Swift does.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and rank these players from top to bottom. So I'm going to say Saquon first, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, JT, then Swift. That leaves Swift at the bottom of the list for me. So if we're sitting one, it's Swift.
I agree.
Ben Kaiser, nice problem to have. Pick 2, Kirk, AJ Brown, or Olave. Ooh! I want to say Olave over Christian Kirk, right? But I think I'm going to go back to Christian Kirk. I'm going to go back to Christian Kirk today, man. Playing against the Chiefs and be behind. They're gonna be pass happy today. I'm going to play Christian Kirk, but Olave's got a great matchup too. So
AJ Brown is a clear start for me in this, no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jarvis Landry is officially active, by the way.
Yeah.
So between Kirk and Olave, so until this year, I refused to play anybody in fantasy who was playing my Steelers because it never affected me to the point where I actually lost until week 1 this year when I sat Jamar Chase and I lost by enough points where Jamar would have got me the win. I'm still avoiding it this week, though, because nobody knows what this defense is going to look like. TJ Watt is a game wrecker, and until I see what they look like with him in there to see if they're going to, if anybody can do anything against them, I'm fading anybody there. So I'm going with Kirk in a pass-happy game against the Chiefs that should be high scoring for both sides. Yeah, but Olave is again, this is a good problem. I kind of wonder who else you're playing in different positions to see if maybe Olave could be over one of them even.
Dude, he's flexed his team on us every single week. You know who he's got. But yeah, it's Kirk for me. Their team implied total is a little higher than the 21 points that Vegas is giving um, the Saints. So yeah, it's Kirk and AJ Brown, man. Pollard or Waddle. Christopher Hunt wants to know Pollard or Waddle. I'm playing Waddle. Period.
So ironic that this just came through because I just got a notification that McCarthy does expect Elliott to sit today. I think I'm still going Waddle, but man, I don't even know. Hill is definitely the number one over there, and Waddle takes a back seat to that for the most part. But I mean, they're 1-5, and I'd go Waddle. I'm going Waddle.
Yeah, it's Waddle. Give me the high scoring offense all day. Bro, Rachaad White is taking Lenny's job. So at the beginning of this game, it came out there was like seven plays. He ran the ball like 5 plays out of that. He just ran the ball again. So yeah, I'm excited about it, man. I got him everywhere. Hoping. Yeah, I said it. I'm hoping for a Leonard Fournette injury. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like a bum toenail or something. But yeah, come on, Rachaad White. They're getting close to the end zone as well.
Yeah, I see that now. My stream had frozen, but I'm definitely a Rachaad White fan over Lenny right now. That team with their offensive line not opening the holes, Rachaad White's more explosive. I think he's quicker than Lenny. I think Lenny's more of a bruising back that needs those holes opened up by the line. So,
Josh Allen or Tua. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and play Tua. Yeah, it's Tua for me, dog. Even though Josh Allen, if he plays, which I think he will, I'm playing Tua in this matchup against the Browns. They're gonna throw the ball all day too, and be good at it. Josh Allen.
I would ride a hot Josh Allen if he was healthy. I would go Allen over Tua just because of his running capabilities. But with him being banged up, I'm definitely taking Tua over Josh
Allen. Does Colt McCoy hurt Hopkins today? I think so. But he's a serviceable backup quarterback that can get the ball out on the edges to Hop. So I just don't think that there's going to be many points in this game anyways. I think the Cardinals struggle today. I honestly do. The Rams defense isn't what they once were, but I think they struggle, man. I'm ready for Cliff Kingsbury to find a new home. He fucking sucks. Cliff Kingsbury hurts all of our fantasy rosters. So I think it hurts him a little bit, but it doesn't mean
it hurts him as far as the scoring possibilities because, again, just like you said, I do think it's going to be a low scoring game. But I believe that when McCoy was in the last time he was in, Hopkins was definitely his dump off guy. So he could, especially in a PPR league, he could still rack up a decent amount of points today.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't mean don't start him for sure.
Right.
Unless you got Devontae Adams, then you start Devontae over him. Superflex work league, so it'd have to start Olave over Dalton and Mahomes.
Wait, so he's saying that he would have to start Olave. Okay, so if he's not playing, if he's going with Kirk and AJ Brown, he'd have to put Olave in the Superflex over Dalton and Mahomes.
Or I'm imagining.
Yeah.
Do you play Andy Dalton or Chris Olave?
I play Andy Dalton still.
I would play Dalton over him as well. Yeah. Like I said, good matchup here against the Steelers. I'm not sure if they're the worst in the league anymore by the numbers, but yeah, they're getting their asses tagged on that back end, dog. Or JT.
Okay, now he's just flexing.
Yeah, so started Patterson on Thursday, so probably gonna lose. Not necessarily, dog. You got really good options. I don't know what your opponent has, but yeah, I think I would stick with Andy Dalton over JT as well. Josh Beasley coming in with the announcement that Zeke is out against Green Bay today. We did cover that a little bit earlier. Kirk or Hopkins? I think I'd play Christian Kirk. It's close. Christian Kirk, though, I'm confident in him today. He has started to get back on track with, I think, 10, 7, and 9 targets in the past 3 weeks, something like that. I never have numbers in front of me except for over-under, so I'm just know this shit, I guess, by the top of my head. Not completely confident in the numbers exactly, but he's being involved a little bit more. And give me the points.
So for me, I feel like this is a boom or bust kind of thing. Hopkins, I feel like will get you a solid amount of points just off the dump offs today, regardless of who's at quarterback.
Yeah, he gets off the plane with 10 points.
Right. But Kirk definitely has the upside if they go to him of scoring you. I mean, he could win your league this week. In a high scoring game over there, I think Kirk could be one of the highest scoring receivers of the week. But they tend to just randomly ignore him as well. So he could be, he's definitely boom or bust. I have him in almost every league I'm in this year because I liked him coming into the year. I liked Trevor Lawrence doing better than last year. And he proved me right the first couple of weeks, and then he kind of disappeared. So now he made me more nervous.
So did you said Hopkins, right?
I said Hopkins is a safer option. I think though that Kirk today with the matchup against the Chiefs and that being higher scoring, in my opinion, that Kirk's going to find the end zone at least once, maybe twice.
All right, Kirk for me for sure. Bryce Looning, Josh Palmer, or Jay Williams.
That's an interesting one for me because, again, I think that Herbert and the Chargers are going to be passing, and Palmer is definitely the number one over there without. I think I'd go with Josh Palmer here. Jamal Williams is going to have, I mean, he still has the chance of falling into the end zone, but he's definitely going to have less work with Swift back. I mean, not much less because we don't know how much Swift's going to play. Palmer's the clear-cut number one over there with those two out at wide receiver.
He's still the goal line running back, though.
Right.
To me, this kind of falls down to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Do we think he has a good game or not? If he can get into the end zone too.
I pray he does.
I think I'm with you though. I play Josh Palmer, but know that the ceiling I don't believe is as high as Jamal Williams. I don't think so. Because every time they get inside the 10-yard line, guess who's coming in? It's Jamal Williams. But are they going to get inside the end zone a lot? I think so, man. I'm going to change my vote, dog. I'm going to go Jamal because I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, man. Chicago and the Lions, neither of them have good defenses. Both have better than average offense. I'm going to go Jamal. But like I said, like you said, though, Palmer, I think he's got a better floor, but the ceiling of Jamal is really exciting. So I think I'm going with him. Tough question. All right, so here we go. So I'm starting. Okay, this is a touchdown only or 100 yards only. You don't get points for receptions. You don't get points if you only get 90 receiving yards and 90 rushing yards in the same game. Only 100 yards, only touchdowns. 6.6 points. So he's starting Saquon and Adams. So pick 2: Hopkins, Kirk, Swift, JT. I'm going Hopkins and Kirk.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Kirk. Does JT? What time does JT play? What time is that game? Is that 4:00?
Yeah,
I might
Colts at
wait
305.
on that one because I don't know if Hopkins gets 100 yards in that game with if Colt McCoy's throwing to him. I mean, I think he'll have plenty of catches, but I think they'll be short ones. So I might go JT over Hopkins at that point if Kyler's out. But if not, I'd go Hopkins Kirk.
I think Hopkins has a better chance to score than Jonathan Taylor. So I'm going to go Hopkins. DeAndre Carter, Van Jefferson, or Jerick McKinnon. I'm going to go DeAndre Carter. We've been talking about them not having weapons all day. He's actually, I believe he might be the fastest receiver on their team. I don't know if Jalen Guyton even exists anymore. Van Jefferson's coming back. He's going to be involved, I guess. McKinnon. Every time I start him, he does nothing. I don't think the Jags keep up with him in order for them to have to play McKinnon a lot. I think Pacheco's the start today if in that backfield.
Yeah, I'd say Carter here too. Van Jefferson just coming back. He didn't seem to be on the same page with Stafford. And Stafford was questionable coming into the game. So I wouldn't trust it. Other than Kupp in that offense, I'm not really trusting anybody.
All right. We got a quarterback question here. Kirk Cousins or Jimmy Garoppolo? I'll answer first. Give me Jimmy Garoppolo. Give him to me.
Interesting. Did you say Tre'Davious White is definitely back?
Tre'Davious White is out.
Oh, then I'm going Cousins. I think that this is going to be more of a shootout and just him and Justin Jefferson. I don't see Garoppolo having that kind of connection with any of his weapons. And I think that's going to be more of a CMC running game than a Garoppolo throwing game.
Okay. I think he dumps them over the middle and gets a couple of touchdowns that way. Kareem Hunt, Miles Sanders, Jamal Williams, Darrell Henderson. Pick 2. I'm going to go Sanders and Williams.
Yeah, that one's pretty obvious to me too. I'm not touching Henderson at all. And Hunt is it's not like when he first got over there and it was kind of, RB1 and RB1, 1B and 1A.
To get on the
show.
Yeah. To get on the Henderson conversation a little bit, I believe what's his name is coming off of IR and is being activated. He's going to dress today. What's his name?
Kyren Williams.
Kyren Williams. I believe he's going to play. And from everything we've heard all year long, Sean McVay and this Rams, they love him. So be scared off of Henderson if you can. And you should be because you can. You got Sanders and Jamal Williams. Put them in, baby. Derek Lang, what's up, dog? Gibson or Latavius Murray in the flex? The answer here is Latavius. I mean, the answer here is Antonio Gibson. No fucking way I'm playing Murray over Gibson.
I agree with that as well.
Not close for me. I do appreciate you commenting there on YouTube, though. Derek Langa, Janga, Langa, Lang. Oh, man. Somebody says, yeah. I thought it was one of these, and I was going to give it back to you. But, hey, let's ride. Got another one. I love them. It is 10:56. We will give you guys a chance to ask any more questions. We've got about 2 minutes before I'm ready to click off of here. Seattle got on the board again. I guess they got 3 field goals, or it was
They got
just
a
3.
touchdown. They got a touchdown and tried to go for 2 and didn't make it.
Who scored?
Tyler Lockett.
Okay. Yeah. Well, my captain was not Tyler Lockett in that game I spoke of this morning, but it'd be all right. All right,
Every
we got
time I
another
looked
question.
up, it was Metcalf getting all the volume until the
Well,
touchdown.
he's also in the lineup, but Goff or Trevor Lawrence.
T-Law.
Yeah.
Listen, they're going to be playing catch up. We know we both. I think it's going to be a high scoring game, but the Chiefs are definitely going to be ahead. They're going to be passing the ball. Goff and Fields, they got some great running backs in that game. I just feel like, other than Amon-Ra, who's been kind of inconsistent, he's either boom or bust. I don't see him having anybody else to pass to. Maybe some
I'm playing
dump off
Goff.
running backs.
I am playing Goff, and I'm not super confident about it. I think you got 2 middling options here, though. Either way you go, I think it's going to be close. I'm going to play Goff, though. I think Amon-Ra bounces back, man, and hell, maybe Swift gets a receiving touchdown. It's not out of the realm of possibility. Even though we've been saying sit his ass all day, Swift's an electric player. If he plays 10 snaps and a couple of receptions, he can take that shit to the house. He looked healthy to me last week. He looked right, but the volume wasn't there. So I think the only reason is we're waiting on the volume. It's not the player. So, yeah, it's a little scary, but I'm going to go golf. I'm going to go golfing today.
Not on Sundays, I won't.
You got anything else before we leave out of here?
Nope, go Steelers.
Go Steelers, he says.
First
I
week of
want you guys to know
run.
the ones that are still here with us, stick around. I created like a little exit video. So I want you guys to see it. I did that all by myself. I love you guys. Good luck today, and as always, come on, Genius. Stay true. You're supposed to say stay true.
Stay true.